Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. Greg and James beat 'em up. It's your favorite show on Twitch, where
Greg and
James play beat 'em ups. Not just any beat 'em up,
every beat 'em up.
Here we are, back in business, guided by voices in the house, lurking while playing Supermarket Simulator.
Okay.
Cool. And Cedric also here. Welcome. Here we are. Form ball. Is that? What's the reference, Cedric? What's form ball formation mean?
Is it a Bucky O'Hare reference?
Maybe. I don't remember well enough. There's a bunch of things I do remember of Bucky O'Hare, but they're mostly aesthetic. Like what the characters look like.
Yeah.
And what these...
Oh, Green Rabbit.
What the music in the video game sounds like. In the NES game, which is a jump and shoot.
Yeah. We are playing the beat 'em up alongside Astérix.
Astérix. Yeah, so we had a couple of fun... It is an Astérix thing. Aha. The Roman centurions form ridiculous military formations. Okay.
Makes sense.
So there's one sense in which I feel like I get, despite having never really engaged with it, like I get Astérix. I've seen enough of images of it and even played video games of it to be like, oh yeah, it's these Gauls and they fight the Romans and it's probably funny and wacky, but also high adventure every now and then or something.
Yeah. There's a lot of travel. I can tell you a little bit about Astérix if you want to get into it.
I mean, as we go.
Yeah.
But I've never, any actual reference to it is just going to be over my head because I've never really engaged with it. This will probably be my most significant engagement yet with Astérix in my life in these first near 40 years of my life. But who knows? Who knows how much I might know in the fullness of time. But yeah, we've been having fun with themed episodes, so we whipped up another theme, which is Konami, just saying what licenses are available and making games out of them. So, in a sense, even just based on my knowledge of Astérix, it is a good fit for a beat 'em up in the sense that it's got at least two very recognizable characters, and what they do is fight a large bunch of goons, the Roman legions. So that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Were they really, really targeting the European market?
I mean, if they
Is
were...
Is Astérix big in Japan?
It's not big in Japan. I'll say that.
But then also...
Because European comics, in general, are bigger in Japan than they are in the States.
Okay.
They get translated more, and there's a big...
I know more about Bucky O'Hare for sure. Although... Sorry.
There's a big crossover market between France and Japan specifically. France actually... nowadays, most manga is published in English. But, for a long time, France would publish, and still do, everything. For a long time, there was manga that had been published never before in America until, it was already 12 or 15 volumes in and was super popular and got an anime. And in France, they were like, we've been publishing it since day one.
So, how about that?
Yeah.
Speaking of France and Japan, hey folks at home, I don't know what the setup in your various countries is like. In fact, I know, God of my voices and Cedric, you're Americans, and I can only assume that in America you have to pay to watch the Olympics and that also the selection sucks, but I don't know. But here in Canada, a proper country, the government just provides it all to us for free on demand. So if you get a chance, though, I won't tell you who won. Even if if you've never seen a thing about judo in your life, if you watch the mixed team finals between France and Japan in judo, holy moly! Both bronze medal matches, because they award 2 bronzes in judo for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Both of the bronze medal team matches were also wildly exciting. They both went to golden score. But Japan versus France was just incredible. Helps that the superstar judoka of the 21st century is a French dude competing in the Olympics in France in his final Olympics.
Yeah.
But oh man, it was poetry. It was so good. I'm not a huge judo I've been into judo once every 4 years since 2012, and it's never let me down. In the sense of being very exciting to watch. Okay, but here we are, and yeah, we're gonna start with Astérix, but then we also have Bucky O'Hare, which to me, the lead up to this has been a learning experience in realizing exactly how I thought it was strange to use Bucky O'Hare as a license for a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Because it's like a space opera with
laser guns and stuff.
Like the Konami NES game of Bucky O'Hare is like a Mega Man type clone sort of game. Clones, not fair, but Mega Man-esque kind of action platforming shooter. And but I didn't realize that it's strange just to have the Bucky O'Hare license to make major video games anyway, because Bucky O'Hare, a fairly popular British independent comic that had its entire run in the 70s, 80s.
Not a particularly long run. Either.
Then led to why I'm familiar with it, a kids cartoon in the early 90s.
Yeah.
That only ran, it turns out, for 13 episodes. It seemed more important to me because not only did I like the show, my friend had the NES game, which I really liked, and I had a bunch of the action figures. So it was quite a shock to me to also learn that later in 1993, when we get to 1993, we'll be playing Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, which I never even watched as a kid, but I remembered it because it's just a perfect premise.
It's an evocative title.
Yeah, and I remembered enough that I could picture the female lead, except that I was shocked when I saw a picture of her recently because I could picture even what her shirt collar looked like and what color her outfit was.
Yeah.
But not that it was short shorts and a cutoff top.
Yeah.
Because she's like an archaeologist. But
that was the classic outfit of the archaeologist during that time.
Yeah. We can all remember Sam Neill in Jurassic Park. Yeah. So anyway, they got the Bucky O'Hare license and they were like, let's go wild. Let's make two games, entirely different things.
Important clarification. We both meant to say paleontologist.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Paleontologist. I did not mean archaeologist. That's true. Yeah. So cool. We're starting with Astérix. Do you want to put box number one up, Greg?
But not in this one because.
Yeah. That's another thing that I do know. We don't broadcast each and every sport, but you can watch it all. Yeah. Actually, there's been way more commentary than I've ever seen from the CBC this year.
Most of the soccer games have commentary this year, and sometimes when it's an important game, it's like, oh, these are the big two former players, and we're gonna put them in. But even there occasionally it's just a quiet British man who just says something every now and then.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, they got him on there.
I really like the combat sports in the Olympics, and so usually when I watch fencing in the Olympics, the first hour of me watching is trying to figure out what the rules are and what's going on. And this time there were people saying what was going on, and it came back to me much quicker that way. And we watched a preliminary handball match, not even the quarterfinals or anything, and it had commentary.
Nice.
The judo had commentary. Actually, I guess I only watched semis through finals, but so that always has commentary. But then the wrestling was really funny yesterday. First day of wrestling, and they got the sound mix wrong and they never fixed it. So there was commentary, but you could only hear it when the crowd quieted down and the wrestlers weren't grunting and the ref wasn't blowing the whistle.
That's
and
great.
Even then you had to strain, and it was oh man, think of this guy who just did 3 hours of amateur wrestling commentary at the Olympics, only to find out that his employers just forgot to put the volume slider up to the middle. So
okay, let's get into it.
We have Astérix, and we can see Obelix, and I know that's actually the name of the comic, right? The comic's not just called Astérix.
The comic originally is called Astérix. When it was translated, some translations retitled it Astérix and Obelix.
Intriguing.
Because they are a duo.
Yeah.
But Astérix is technically the leader. He's player one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt. All right. Well, I think that's enough ado. Let's find out if our quarter counters are working. I think they are. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Fix that up. Make sure this is out of the way. We set up the buttons beforehand. I think we're ready to go.
All right, let's get started.
I have mentally prepared, and not just mentally, but practically, for the possibility that we find out quite quickly that Bucky O'Hare is not a beat 'em up and is in fact a shooting game.
Yeah.
If it comes to that, we'll play Hook, which is not a Konami game. It's an IREM game, but it is keeping the theme of having a strange license that doesn't immediately make you think beat 'em up. I assume, I don't know. I can only think of two selectable characters, which are Peter Pan and Rufio. I would assume that they'd go 4-player, but I guess we'll find out.
They might just do
Find out when we get there. Here we go.
I guess you could play as Peter Pan's kids.
So, known problems with this machine are imperfectly emulated graphics and sound. Or just graphics, I think it said.
Okay.
That would be...
That would be sweet.
Like, who else... I can't remember who else would possibly be it. Okay, here we are. Nice screen. Kind of has the like a color palette that does make me think of what I've seen of the comics. Looks like there is going to be
chariot
racing mini game. That's a suitable between stages mini game for this. Okay, so the attract screen is not showing us the main game. Oh, punch, grab, beat the enemy. Okay, so it's all the attack button. Store energy. I don't know how that was done. Was it just tapping? Dash, dash attack. Okay. We've got some pretty straightforward, recognizable... Okay. There's a ton of moves to be done with the single button.
Yeah.
They haven't shown us what the other button does. I assume it's a jump. I don't think we need to watch all of this.
No.
I think we get the basic idea. Let me know how the volume is at home.
All right.
I'm going to turn my headphones up a little bit.
Well, why don't we jump in?
Let's jump in. Hey, British. Well, we don't know if we can beat each other up yet because we haven't started. So we don't know if Astérix... you put in 2, you hit quarters twice. Who do you want to be first, Greg?
Oh, the Obelix.
All right. Game could be a little louder. All right. Hopefully...
The Romans are invading.
There's some apples, but... Okay, pick up their dropped helmets.
Okay, so it's just a jump.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Maybe they will have that. The classic fight each other at the end. Well, not classic, but we've been seeing it more and more, fighting each other at the end of the stage. Yeah, there's a pretty lady. Hey, she gave me a kiss. I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Don't give me a kiss.
There was a moving tree stump, but when I hit it, it turned out to actually be
a Roman.
A Roman. Go figure. Doing the slap move. Toss him away.
Watch out for these pigs.
Astérix, Obelix. Okay.
Obelix. Pump munch.
He also said something for Astérix, but it didn't show up.
No, I just did like a skip and beat everyone up. So, the basic plot of Astérix and Obelix.
It's just that the Romans are trying to invade.
Well, yes and no.
Oh, there's the thing.
So this is the magic potion. Good.
Okay.
Good. So basically, what it is Rome has invaded and completely conquered Gaul.
Yeah.
Apart from one small village,
Aha.
which is where Obelix.
Want to grab those grapes? You're the only one who's taking damage, so I didn't take
Oh, shoot. Oh, well, I didn't even see. I didn't even see the grapes. But the reason...
We've got the classic... even though this game is otherwise not really in the Ninja Turtle style, we do have the Ninja Turtle jump kick.
Where it's... If you hit... Depending on where you hit it?
No, where you hit it and go down at the angle.
Oh, yes. Not me. That's just you.
Neat. So yeah,
We have slightly different.
makes
movesets.
sense. These characters would be different. The Phalanx. Oh, that's fun. This is a much less horrifying Phalanx boss than in the any Souls game that has a Phalanx type boss.
So basically, the reason why they have failed to conquer this village is that this village produces a magic potion where the drinker of it becomes invincible. So the whole thing is that.
I was defeated. I was looking at the wrong color bar. I should have had the grapes.
So basically, the whole plot of the comic is that Rome tries to destroy this village in different, unique, crazy ways, and they always drink this potion and eventually defeat them. Usually, nice. Usually, okay, good.
So, do the Romans do things? Thanks, buddy. Do the Romans do things to try to stop them from drinking the potion?
Eventually, yeah, it does get into like them trying to. I was looking at you like an idiot.
I caught that right at the start, but it's strange that I was that player 1 is on the bottom.
Yeah, it is.
It's counterintuitive.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so eventually they try to like find the source of it, try to stop it, but I like that it's in French and English.
Astérix en Egypte.
So here's the other thing.
Defeat the evil architect.
Oh, look at this. Half of it is them defending their village, and half of it is them traveling the world.
Huh.
And
Like
going to different places. Yeah,
Cool.
they go to Egypt, they go to Japan, they go to Rome, they go to Italy. Like, there's a bunch of different things they do.
I appreciate this slap attack. It's not, it's no crouch on your defeated opponent and punch them in the face. But I do like it as a thing you can do to a downed opponent.
Whoa.
Oops.
There we go. There's my dash attack.
Friendly fire confirmed. That was my fault then.
Oh, how am I dead again? Whoa. I died really quick. Okay, so the tornado doesn't actually do damage to
No.
you.
It just creates problems. Because you can get hit. Ooh. I don't know if I was not paying attention to my health bar or something, but
Hey!
okay. So getting the kiss, I don't know what it does. We do take a lot of damage for getting hit. Although in fairness, it's not that hard to avoid getting hit, it doesn't seem.
No.
Ooh. Unless you stand in front of a charging enemy. Like a fool. Hey, Smokey! Welcome. Why did I eat that food when I was at full health? I just wanted the 100 points.
Slapping the horse, not great.
We got Friday Night Frosthaven on Thursday this week, Smokey. It's a momentous day. Greg is finally retiring the Drifter.
Yes. I keep throwing. I want to do my other attack. But
I just really want my name to be highest on the high score board for my name emulation of Astérix and Bucky.
Okay, we're in the
Weird music.
weird music choice. Yeah, you should take these
Grapes.
grapes. You technically have more.
Wow, that was a minuscule amount of. Oh wait, jeez, the purple is your. Yeah, that's super counterintuitive. We've seen so much yellow. Yeah, I like this music, but like, seems like it should happen in like Asterix and Obelix in space.
Yeah. There we go. Did my slap attack finally. Yeah, so yellow is bad. Okay.
Yeah, which is just. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So not what we're used to. Oh, excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, summer really gives you that extra little shot because we miss way more days in the summer.
Oh, there we go. That's useful.
Weeks, I guess.
Yeah, we do miss a lot. But that's okay.
Oh yeah. I'm getting very near to beating Wizardry Gaiden 4, Throb of the Demon's Heart. Pretty cool twist. Like I finally cleared the 3 main dungeons, and indeed it unlocks a 4th secret dungeon, the Ancient Cave, for the true final quest. And the first 4 floors, at least, of the Ancient Cave are the dungeon from Wizardry 1.
Okay.
It's a neat, like...
You need that help.
Yeah. It's an interesting callback. Ooh. This is not a bad platforming setup for a beat 'em up. The jumping is not too tricky. It's also not... We're not risking instant death.
Alright, I'm just beating up this enslaved man, I guess.
So my assumption is that
pineapple.
It's not just going to be... Awesome. Glad to have you back with us in the present, Smokey.
Whoa! Okay, you can't
That
do
makes
jump
sense.
attacks on these. Oh, you can't walk on them either.
I wonder if I can. I don't want to find out.
They're small. Try it.
Yeah, we should try it. Gotta remember, we're historians here.
Nope.
No, okay, no.
Asterix, Obelix. Oh,
So does Obelix get, like, powers from having a chicken?
I think he's just fat.
Yeah.
I think that's all there is to it. Do you have control over this?
Sort of. Oof. But only sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, he just likes to eat. Which is fair.
Who doesn't? So, yeah, Asterix and Obelix incredibly popular within France.
Yes, he is gonna play the
I am
Unfettered
gonna play a robot.
Hive.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
he's done an excellent job painting it. It looks very cool. Can't show you right now.
No, save that
It's
for
got
the
to be
stream.
debuted on the... It would be very weird to spoil it on the Beat 'em Up show.
Yeah, my jump attack is like a straight down, but I can like,
Neat. Makes sense
yeah, I just sort of
for
sit
what
on
he's
it.
doing. It's the Annihilator, the bonsai drop.
Boom. Can I beat up this guy? Nope, this guy does not get beat up. Beat up the Pharaoh. Shit.
Ah! Okay, gotta keep moving to avoid his attacks.
He controls the weather. You know, like Pharaoh did.
Yeah.
Famously, it was Pharaoh who called upon the weather to smite his enemies, not Moses.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't
That's
get
a
one
great...
hit.
Yes. I need to get good pictures of them anyway because I set up the 58
I
Dream
take
Street Blue
good
Sky
pictures
account.
of them. You have them.
Yeah,
Your
and I've
Facebook
got Greg's
Messenger.
pictures. Yeah, okay. I gotta put those on the Discord and I gotta put them on the Blue Sky, and I will do that all soon. I said I was gonna use my vacation to do all this stuff, and then it didn't work out that way. But when I'm back to work and I'm productive again, I'm gonna do all sorts of stuff.
Yes. Oh, he turns me into a pig.
Oh, he hypnotizes you into thinking you're a pig. He did that to me too. Ooh, no, he makes me think I'm a dog.
Yeah.
So can only Astérix drink the invincibility potion in the story?
No, they all do. The whole
Okay.
village does. And they are immortal in like a funny way too, where they can take obscene damage, but still just
Okay.
be like walking around.
So they get like cartoonish
Yeah,
violence done to them.
exactly.
Weird. When he has dog moded us, it doesn't seem that he can get us with his lightning, which then calls into question what he's gaining over.
There we go. There we go. Got him.
Haha.
And he runs away. Oh no!
Oh ho! Smokey, I didn't realize you were Danish.
Thus, the evil architects were defeated, and a palace
yes.
was built without a hitch.
So that's at least two, because Martin
Cleopatra was
is
pleased, and
Danish.
Caesar was vexed.
Astérix en Grande-Bretagne. Defend your cousin's village in Britain.
Oh, he's like an English aristocrat Viking.
Yeah, we're big in Europe. Oh, this is fun.
We're swimming across the channel.
But we can jump onto the boats. This is a pretty good game.
It is!
I can't speak to this in a confident way, but it feels like it's embodying the spirit of its source material.
You know what? It does, in that they've really gone out of their way to get the art style as well. Like, they are not... Get these grapes. Oh,
But then, like, this is just a cool idea for a stage. We've
Yeah.
not seen this.
there are boats. There are little platforms that we can be in. I think we're done.
Yeah.
Let's...
We have ludicrous Mario, like, jumping out of the water ability.
Yes. But yeah, I was looking this up before. Apparently, Asterix and Obelix is the second most popular comic in the world after One Piece,
Huh.
which is
Like
pretty
today?
astounding. Like today. Like it's sold. It's 40 volumes has sold It's only second to One Piece in terms of sales.
Crazy.
Yeah. Been going on since the 60s or 70s?
Did you happen to see what's third? Who got the bronze?
I didn't see who got the bronze. Okay, destroyed the...
Oh, here comes enemy 2.
Okay, well that's not very...
And enemy 1. That explains it.
Okay, this guy's just like an egger on. Okay, so he's the guy who beats the drums.
Yeah. Oof.
Oof. I mean, yeah, the dude who whips.
Ooh. I got a pick up and kick move off on the guy.
Nice.
Yeah. Like either Dragon Ball or... I guess it makes sense. One Piece is extremely popular and very long running.
Yes.
But I also would have thought like maybe just like something old. Like I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Astro Boy or something.
Yeah. But I mean, technically, Astro Boy, like, you have to account for One Piece has 1 million volumes. I don't think
Yeah.
Astro Boy actually ran as long as One Piece has.
No, it's probably not. Probably not the case.
I killed my guy.
I am much slower. Alright. Nighty night, Smokey. Thanks for stopping by.
Ah, damn it. Wait, I hit for 4, not 5. I think. Might have hit it twice. I'm gonna go back to 4.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I should have.
No.
5. You're about to die.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the issue. He's getting nervous because we killed one of his dudes.
That's a nice touch. I hope that we get to just easily beat him up once we finish off his goons.
Yeah, just one hit. There you go. Slide attack.
Can't get this one with the when he's on the ground attack. I don't think. I know I got one of them once. I guess it could have been this one.
About to die.
Ha!
Shite.
Got him.
No,
he abandoned ship. Speaking of long-running...
Thus, the Roman troops were defeated, and the British village was saved.
Hey. Speaking of long-running popular comics, I decided to complement my recent foray into fitness boxing, Fist of the North Star edition, by actually watching Fist of the North Star, which was kind of silly in a sense because I... Whoops. Are we just done? Are we supposed to beat each other up?
We can try.
Maybe we can take each other's treasures? No. I think it's just to have some fun beating each other up. Wait, no, it's telling us to go this way. Oh, we're supposed to hit this goon. Yeah, I started actually watching Fist of the North Star, the anime.
Yeah.
It's good. It's odd in the sense that it has the, at least so far, because I'm only like 13 episodes in, very much has the ongoing adventure manga style to it, except that the standard adventure of the week is like, you know, to begin with, it's a post-apocalypse. And they go
I killed myself.
Oh, where are we? I didn't catch it.
I think we're in our village, but we're saving Pansia.
Yes.
She was kidnapped.
Yeah, and the standard adventure format so far is that Kenshiro, the Divine Fist of the North Star, and the two children that tag along with him come to a new village where people are trying to eke out a hardscrabble existence and survive. And then some bunch of goons or another will come and do something absolutely horrible, often killing the entire village, like just after Kenshiro leaves or something. And then, with all that done, Kenshiro like destroys whatever evil biker gang. The condor, the dodo, any bird they can find, they will kill it and they will eat its eggs. Yep. Yeah, so like the fun adventure of the week is generally like watching a horrible guy bully innocent people, and then watching Kenshiro, a cool guy, effortlessly defeat him with torturous pressure point attacks. Hey, Stavinsky, that causes like their bones to explode and stuff. And then he like, for the major ones, he's always like, you know, you're gonna die in 10 seconds. Not great. My Latin is definitely not great. Like, I have no Latin education. But you never know when I might be able to figure it out just from its influence on English grammar.
The English do love to steal from other languages.
That is how our language was formed. Yeah, he likes to like hit a dude and be like, in 10 seconds, your like spine. Yeah. Oh man, I do know Veni Vidi Vici, except that I came, I saw, I conquered. Right?
I think that's
That's
it.
what Veni Vidi Vici means. Modified it to fit your work. Do tell. Veni Vidi 2? Like Roman numeral 2 or EE?
Oh, we got him. I do like how Obelix is just like having a stroll.
2 letters I. Veni Vidi.
Damn.
I. What?
You really held on to this fourth quarter.
Yeah. What does it mean, Stimpinski? The game I saw, I left. That's great. Ooh. Yeah. Or like a guy who is like perusing the selection at the market. Like he's leaning over to get a smell of all the different cheeses.
Okay.
Oh, we can kind of move around and you... Oh! Oh no.
Oh. Okay, you gotta get out of the ones that are...
Okay.
How could I have known?
How could I have... Oh, that one was okay. Yeah, this one was not super clear what the hell was going on in this one.
She had a great breathy voice there.
Yeah.
I gotta wait. In Spain, España.
Take the chief's son back to the Spanish village. Ole!
Olé! Olé!
I can only imagine how much more charming I would find this if I was more familiar with Astérix and Obelix. But also, it's just like, it's pretty fun. Like, gameplay-wise, it's got more going on than, like, the Simpsons game, for example.
Yeah, it
which
does.
is a great game.
And I gotta imagine it actually did do well in the European market. You know what I mean? Like, Europeans played, like, arcade cabinets. Like,
Yep.
it's not...
Oh, I should finish my thought. I remember once in a YouTube comment someone being like, "Oh my god, like what was the thing that you kept saying like 5 words of and then never finishing?" And I had to tell them in the comment because it was driving me crazy. The very
Emotion.
common end of the early episodes here in Fist of the North Star. Oh, you were telling me about Keep the Heroes Out. And yeah, very common one is for him to hit a bunch of pressure points on the leader of the gang, and then be like, "There, now you're, you know, like." There's one guy who was fighting with like a razor whip, and he hit pressure points in his arms so that the guy could not stop from strangling himself with his own whip. And then he's like, you're like, this is what's going to happen to you. And then like, you get like 15 to 20 seconds of the bad guy abjectly pleading for someone to help him, and then Kenshiro being like those who prey upon the weak don't deserve life.
Oh, the kiss appears to fully recharge your health. So
Oh,
that's pretty
sweet.
good.
It also distracts the enemies. Oh, nice. It's a siege tower. A totally useless engine to use in a fist fight with 2 guys. Ah. Rogue book. I haven't heard of that.
I did again.
I both need a new roguelike at some point soon in my life. Not like a roguelike in the traditional sense. A rogue-esque game.
Yes.
But I'm not sure what. Darkest Dungeon 2 just came out on Switch.
Oh, it did?
That might
Nice.
be my last roguelike hurrah on the Switch. I don't know. But yeah, this Kenshiro, Divine Fist of the North Star, really hates when the strong prey on the weak.
Of course he does.
And it's also funny because, like, except for maybe like 2 enemies so far in 13 episodes, none of them challenge him at all. So, like, they spend
That's
the
why.
episode establishing the villain and how fearsome they are and what their cool move is, and then he just shrugs it off and then touches their forehead and they explode.
How much fitness boxing does he do on average?
Yeah, it really, like, he does often, like, sometimes for whatever reason he has to strike the pressure points a whole lot. He's not boxing. But he's going like "Whatera?" while moving his hands really, really fast. Definitely, there's not a lot of overlap between the techniques he teaches you in the fitness boxing and the techniques he uses.
Okay, there he goes, finally.
Oh my!
Okay, well, that's just a bull.
Oh, because we're in Spain.
Oh, of course. So we're bullfighting.
We're literally bullfighting.
We're bull slapping.
Oh,
That makes sense. She's got to stay fit, you know?
Yeah,
Do all those dances and such.
people love Hatsune Miku, so that's definitely a.
I'm kicking the shit out of this bull.
I'm not sure what they're saying, British.
This ain't Olay.
I mean, I know that, but there's something that they say sometimes that British is saying sounds like Mortal Kombat. Or is that the crowd that sounds like Mortal Kombat? It's hard to team up on an enemy because it's really easy to activate Asterix's slide attack.
Oh my god. There we go. You love to see it.
Oh, what am I saying that sounds like Mortal Kombat? Oh, like Fist of the North Star. Yeah, Fist of the North Star, I mean, it's a martial arts post-apocalyptic martial arts adventure.
Thus, the chief's son was safely returned
So there's
home,
definitely some overlap.
and that Spanish campaign completed.
I thought you were literally saying that like words that were being said sounded like the words Mortal Kombat. King Greg redeemed himself by looking at the right chariot this time.
Don't find out.
Oh, we can go up and down.
Yeah.
I've just been relying entirely on...
Yes!
Oh, nicely done. I got 2 into going up and then down. I should have stuck to what I've been doing better, which was running and jumping. Yeah. I'm surprised, like, that seems like something that there could be mileage out of getting Kenshiro to appear in a Mortal Kombat game as a DLC character.
Sure, yeah.
Like, all of his regular attacks are fatalities.
Okay, we're just on
Okay,
this carpet.
we're in India on a magic carpet.
We're over an ocean. Difficult to say which one. Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh, I've fallen in the water, and that's actually death. Accidentally did 2 quarters there.
Okay, well, I survived.
Oh,
Now this seems less like India and more like...
it might be. I was just basing it on the look of specifically this one guy.
Yeah, this dude is definitely giving Indian vibes. The rest of it is like, I don't know, Iraqi?
It's Arabia.
Arabia, yeah. Oh, shoot. Is that me? No, that's not... Oh, no, I walked right off. Man, this is a small battle surface. Thank God.
Thank you.
We popped.
Thank you, sir.
I immediately got stabbed.
Persia. Fair enough. Yeah. It's a magic Persian road.
Yeah, makes sense. God, the range on these pikemen.
Makes sense.
I mean, they're pikemen.
Yep.
It's the main thing. The main thing. That's
Oh,
true.
here we go.
Who's it gonna be?
Oh man, couldn't toss the magic potion of invincibility a little faster before I got killed. El Capitan.
There it is.
Ah, glug glug glug. There's your chicken.
Oh, nice. Yum, yum, yum. There's nobody here.
Yeah, that's what happened the first time I got the potion. And a lot of the times I've got the potion, there's been like nobody there. Ooh.
Oh, hey, I like these big beefy guys.
Yeah.
There's
I also
no
like
shortage
that-
of enemies.
Yeah. Early on, I was thinking like, man,
Oh, well, these guys.
just fighting the same kind of legionnaires again and again. But
I don't like the cartooning on these guys in particular.
it doesn't feel great.
Mm.
It's not necessarily any more offensive than literally just Aladdin, a beloved children's movie.
I do like how he has a little smiley face on his costume, and that the
Yeah.
smiley face emotes when you hit him.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
and that it's a jerk smiley face. Great music here. Like, it's got almost like a frenetic circus energy to it, even though it's recognizably Persian, Arabian kind of.
Hey, I got him.
Nicely done. Thus, Cacophonics watered the earth with a song, and the Indian princess was saved.
There you go. Bonus stage. We're back on our ship. Presumably heading back home. Go.
Wow. You get way more points for like a bunch of fruit than you do for a treasure chest full of gems.
Perfect.
Nice. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a bad caricature as well. Oh, that's losing points.
Is that source material faithful?
Probably.
It seems plausible.
It is from the 70s.
Like I know that Tintin's early adventures get it. Overcome the ordeal given by Caesar. Well, this feels climactic.
This feels like the end.
We're in Rome, going after Caesar.
I mean, he's the big bad. It is crazy. They completely destroyed Gaul. So I can see why they'd be upset.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's dropping busts of Caesar. God, dead already. Man alive.
If the climax is Asterix and Obelix participating in the assassination of Julius Caesar.
Just each of us grabs a knife.
Et tu, Asterix and Obelix.
Actually, that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah, we are definitely into quarter munching territory, but at the same time, it feels like the stakes in the game also feel appropriately high. Like, I don't feel like they just made the enemies beat us in one shot. It's just, yeah, we're in Rome now. There's a lot of dudes, and they have shields and stuff.
When in Rome.
Yeah.
You know there's a Japanese manga?
I did know that.
Redundant. Did you know there's a manga called, what is it called? It's called, I think, Romeo? Oh, we're fighting the tigers? Was it not famously lions?
They could probably have tigers too.
Sure.
It's the same idea.
Sure, yeah. Anyway, the whole plot of it is that there's a Roman engineer who creates bathhouses. And occasionally he falls through, when he is like struggling with a bathhouse problem, he falls through time and like gets sucked to the bottom of the whatever bathhouse he's in. And when he like comes back to the surface, he is in a modern Japanese bathhouse. And they somehow teach him something about bathhouses that helps him solve whatever problem he's working on.
Huh. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Oh man, with 2 hits of friendly fire, you took out almost all my health.
Sorry, friend.
That's okay.
Well,
You're a big dude.
The tiger does the work too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the tiger. We got a mutual hit and it did a fair bit of damage to me. Oh, you know what? It might not have been you. The tiger get some hits on me that don't look like they're hits because they're out there flying.
Yes, the tiger is free.
This guy has
he's
some
got
serious.
So much health.
Yeah.
You got me. Pick the tiger up by its tail and slam it when it's on the ground. Damn, he doesn't stay down long. There.
Oh!
Yeah, I had him, James.
I was not even trying. I do the slide move a lot when I mean to.
There we go. God, it's immortal, this tiger.
Is that it?
What does he say?
Be serious?
It's gotta be something in
Yeah.
French, right?
Yeah, probably. Okay, no, he's losing health. In fact,
Okay.
oh, I get it. He had like an invisible over the top health bar.
Like buffer. That's exactly what it is. Nice.
About to die.
Come on, did it.
Endangered.
Is that it? You're next. and punch me. Do you like to fight?
Okay, no, they're not speaking
Yep.
English.
Ooh,
Oh, this guy can duck. He jukes.
he's a boxer. He's a classic Roman boxer.
What country did invent boxing?
I don't know. Like, maybe England or Europe or maybe it's America. I don't know. I really don't know. Obviously, it probably has its roots in Pancraton. You know, the Greek Olympic fighting
Sure.
that was not at all
Damn.
like modern wrestling.
Is that it?
If this is a boss rush, it's an interesting one because these are not repeated bosses.
Yeah,
These are new bosses.
it's a sensible context for us to be sent up against multiple bosses.
Yeah, it's a Coliseum. It's also a good use of assets to have this be a Coliseum and also a Spanish bullfighting ring.
Yeah,
Because of course there'd be a Coliseum. It's fucking Rome. It's the Coliseum.
yep.
Is that it?
Ooh, he's got good air defense.
You need to if you're gonna be a boxer.
Man, I will say this. I'll weigh in on the big boxing controversy at the Olympics to say that dumb Italian boxer. I have done enough fitness boxing now where they constantly tell you, don't let your hands down, to say that she made a fatal mistake in her boxing match where she just like put her hands down and got punched in the face. And then also, in boxing, when you get punched in the face, you're not supposed to cry and give up.
Yeah. It's not seen as a bold move.
No.
But also, yeah, a lot of the controversy about that is just people who've never watched boxing before.
No. And who also don't know anything about what they're talking about.
No,
Like, the number of people who I've seen confidently say, like, well, she has XY chromosomes. Oh, really? How'd you figure that? Really? Are you sure?
okay, here's a repeat.
Here, a phalanx.
Do you like to fight?
Yeah, nobody knows for sure.
No,
I've
that's
seen
just
a
made
lot
up.
of people claiming to know exactly what like genetic
Or-
disorder she has, and it's like, no, you don't.
She doesn't necessarily have a genetic disorder.
doesn't
She
even-
was
yeah.
disqualified by the IBA
A hugely corrupt
in an
organization.
undisclosed test. The result, they specified what it wasn't. So it wasn't a testosterone test. But they said, but it was a recognized test. It's confidential. We're not going to tell you. And of course, she was disqualified immediately after defeating an previously undefeated Russian boxer.
Yep.
By, again, the IBA that had been taken over by the Russians and moved to Russia. Like, granted, a lot of the same people who are gonna throw a fit over any thing they're told. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a 9-5 record. She's pretty good. Like,
She's having a great run now, but like,
Yeah.
God, who even knows if she'd have this run if she wasn't,
there's
defending her honor?
there's an actually transgender MMA fighter.
Yeah.
That these freaks love to bring up all the time. Fallon Fox. And they'll be like, she fractured a woman's skull. Which is true, because if you participate in a sport where you can get punched in the head, you might get your skull fractured. That's just a thing. But the thing about Fallon Fox is that her record was that, like any MMA prospect, she was booked into fights against people she was guaranteed to beat.
Yeah, cans.
And then, she fought cans, and then she was in a tournament where she got to the finals by beating cans. And then the first time she had to fight, like, another competitive fighter, she got beat so bad that she was knocked out. Except she got knocked out, like, right at the end of the round, and the ref was like, you know what, we're gonna let this go on. And then she came out and got knocked out immediately again. And then she quit. So, like, and again, that has nothing to do with Imane Kelef, who's just a cisgender woman.
Yep.
But, like, also,
God, these guys are wrecking me. Wrecked.
anyway, it all bespeaks, underneath it, besides the obvious transphobia, there's just some misogyny at hand where it's like,
Yep.
oh, well, even the women boxers should be delicate flowers.
Yeah.
And if they aren't, then that's a man. Or something. Or it's at least an unfair advantage.
It's complete bunkum.
It's so, I don't know. It's grotesque on so many levels. And I'm just getting sick of people. I find the most frustrating people, not the worst people. The worst people are the active transphobes.
Sure,
But
yeah.
the people trying to be moderates by being like, I think that just it's a safety concern. I said no. Again,
Then boxing shouldn't exist.
you haven't read enough about this to weigh in because you're making these bizarre claims that you know Imane Kelef's genetic makeup.
Yeah.
And yeah, you should be ashamed of yourselves. I had to significantly edit a Facebook comment because I was indirectly. I realized, oops, I'm indirectly calling out someone that will create problems for other people in my life if I make drama here. So I had to go back and edit it to just be like, just want to correct some misinformation instead of much ruder things for people who think for themselves.
Damn.
But yeah, the logical endpoint of these arguments is basically women shouldn't be allowed to do combat sports
Essentially.
because
yeah.
any woman who'd be good at it isn't a woman,
Yep.
which is friggin' stupid.
I am fully dead again. How?
Because these guys are tough.
These guys are really tough.
This is going into munch mode at the end, and I'm playing a little bit more of a defensive game than you are. So I'm not quite as caught up to you, but
Okay, got him.
I'm also... Oh, great. I am going through quarters at a much higher rate.
Yeah, this guy with
But
the
yeah.
ball.
Meanwhile, in super heavyweight judo, oh man, the Beatrice Souza, the Brazilian fighter who won the gold, she was awesome. And there's just a bunch of the judokas who I got into. Like, obviously, Big Teddy Rainier.
This is not the Emperor. These are just some dudes fighting for the Emperor.
Oh man, yeah, if Caesar comes down and then he whips off his tunic,
And he's usually
and,
ripped
and he's
underneath.
just huge, because we can kind of see he's
Oh,
being
yeah, he's
portrayed
right
as-
there. I can
he's
see
a
him.
wiener up there,
He is a super wiener.
which, like, I'm willing to bet that probably the actual Julius Caesar was a really fit guy for his time.
He was probably pretty fit. I don't know if he was like.
Maybe not by the end, but like,
Well, by the end, he was asphyxiating very badly. So, like, oh, okay. Okay, give you a smooch.
Not to invade your village anymore.
Let's party! Party, party!
thus, the two completed their adventure. This evening's feast will happen again. There seems to be no end. Who do we have tied up?
I don't know.
We just kidnapped one random Roman and brought him home with us?
You're coming home with us. Oh, I hit a bunch of the numpad buttons by mistake.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's alright.
We were at the very end.
Yeah. And we got a good bit of the ending there. But yeah, come on, Caesar. Won't even face us.
Good game. Had a lot going for it. I don't know. For a second there, I was like, is this rising to mid-boss? But at the end, I don't know. Yeah, we gotta do it over again. You're right.
I think it's a mid-boss game. Like,
I liked it a lot. I think
I-
it did a lot.
I think it tilted too quarter munchy by the end.
yeah.
Otherwise, I might be willing to debate boss. But like, the
I
graphics were
I
charming.
wouldn't put it in boss.
The music was great. The moveset
Music
was
was great.
surprisingly complex.
It was, yeah.
It did a lot with the license, as far as I can tell.
It certainly seems to have adapted a lot of the volumes that were out by that point.
Yeah, and like it had some cool even like it had a variety of in between level challenges that were all at least a little fun.
The depths of enemies, even if they were obviously a lot of them were just reskins, they took the time and effort to reskin them, which is not happening in most of the beat 'em ups.
No, there's lots of games like even some of the greats where we've seen them all.
Yeah, by level 2, you've seen every variety.
And like, I should make sure that wasn't Danielle. I think if Danielle had an emergency, she would just call
you. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just she sent me a meme. Yeah. All right. Astérix from Konami, mid boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I really, really liked. Like, I didn't love the magic carpet level, but it was a cool idea.
It was, yeah.
And I loved the jumping from boat to boat in the ocean level. It would have been easy to get that wrong by just being like, if you fall in the water, you either lose a life or like lose a bunch of health and then appear back on a boat.
Yeah.
But when you can swim, but it's tactically superior to stay on the boats and jump, that was cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
Mid-boss, for sure. Absolutely. Good work, Konami. Want to drain your quarter count down to 0, Greg?
Will do.
All right, so
And now we got Bucky O'Hare.
big question mark here whether this is going to count as a beat 'em up.
We'll see. We'll play enough of it.
We'll see. We will.
So Bucky O'Hare, created by Larry Hama, who an incredibly influential and important figure in comic book history. This is his big creator owned is Bucky O'Hare. Larry Hama is actually probably best known as being one of the kings of tie-in comics.
Huh.
He wrote G.I. Joe, a real American hero,
Wow.
which not only ran for hundreds of issues, but like created all the G.I. Joe lore that you know today. Like the comic is what led to the cartoon.
Hello, Guillotine.
Hello.
5150. All right. This is a big one for me. And probably only me.
Guillotine, I hope you didn't join us for Asterix,
Yeah.
because we just finished that. Now we're jumping into Bucky O'Hare.
The Toad Armada descending on this red planet.
Yeah.
I think these exact planets are in the NES game. The red planet, the blue planet, the green
They're
planet.
probably the important planets in Bucky O'Hare.
I mean, they can't possibly be because in the NES game they literally are just called red planet, blue planet. Complex and the evil Toad Empire is planning to enslave the entire Aniverse. Their most ruthless weapon is the climate converter. Oh, it's actually just being voiced.
The fate of the Aniverse is in the hands of Bucky O'Hare, brave captain of the righteous indignation, and his fearless crew, mysterious Jenny the Aldebaran Cat, four-armed ex-space pirate Deadeye Duck, android first-class Blinky, Bruiser the Berserker Baboon, and Earth-boy genius Willie DeWitt.
Bruiser? I don't remember any Bruiser.
Do you remember Deadeye Duck? Because
Yes.
I remember Deadeye Duck.
I remember Deadeye Duck.
Okay,
All
let's
right,
jump in.
Here we go.
Okay, well, I will be Deadeye Duck. If you
Well,
want to be Bucky.
You just selected Bucky, though.
Did I? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
All right, I'll be Jenny to start.
Okay.
Toad troopers begin their invasion of the planet Warrior.
We're not going to get much more volume out of this, folks, if it's quiet. I cranked it.
What a slithering pack of belch bums stuck in a mateys.
Wow, this is fully voiced.
Nothing in the Aniverse will be safe from those work-brain toads. Attention all hands, battle stations. Let's croak some.
I don't know if these are the voices, but they might be. All right, so we got 3 buttons.
Okay, well that's...
Yeah. Okay. One is the screen clearing. Okay. Oh, so you do hits if you're up close, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. This is like it's an offbeat beat 'em up because we do have guns. But this is a beat 'em up. It feels like so far. Power up.
Yeah, you only do hits if you're up close, otherwise you're shooting.
Makes sense. And also, it pays to just not let them get close to you.
Yeah, of course it does. There we go.
That's quite possibly true.
Bucky O'Hare not a big inspiration for Jax, the Star Wars character, who was basically just Bucky O'Hare.
Just a weird coincidence.
Just a weird coincidence that two green space ducks came out the same year.
Bunnies.
Oh,
Rabbits.
sorry. I said ducks.
You
I
did.
just selected Deadeye Duck, so that's why. I like that Deadeye Duck has 4 arms. That's really separating him out from the...
Yeah. Get the life.
I mean, you should get... Well, are you...
No, I'm... Oh, these are extra lives. Okay.
Oh, those were extra lives?
And there were 2 of them. So, excellent.
Alright, I'll take that. Oh yeah, check that out. Bam.
I'm gonna have to go to the Wikipedia and find out about this bruiser. Because he's not in the NES game and he's not in my memories. I definitely didn't have his
He's
action.
not in my memories.
I didn't have his action figure. All the rest of the characters are vivid in my memory. Because they're lively and
Yeah.
well differentiated character designs.
Like,
Even-
Larry Hama
even
was
Willie,
good at this.
the human
Yeah, the human boy.
who's from the universe.
Al Negator. Not here. You deal with us.
Al Negator is pretty good.
Al Negator's pretty good.
As a name, I mean.
Definitely inspired by the success of, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in terms of, like, there were a lot at this period of anthropomorphic animal comics. So Larry O'Hammer was definitely, I keep calling him O'Hammer. His name is just Hammer.
Oh, Hammer.
Larry Hammer was definitely, why am I using these?
I remember Biker Mice from Mars. Although that's much more of a. Oh yeah, let me do mine.
Like, you got 5 of them. Keep using it, man. You got, look how many you have. You're not even depleting. There we go.
Zap.
Real Cowboys of Moo Mesa? Yes.
So Jenny is not a rabbit. I think she's a cat.
She's a cat.
Yeah.
Do to my people, Alligator.
That's a laugh.
Captain Bucko sits to fry your scales, Negator. Better talk.
Ow! The furballs were taken to the planet Pug.
Alright.
Wow, you don't see a lot of explicitly threatening gun murder
Yeah.
in anthropomorphic children's cartoons.
Get me out of here.
I'm trying. You interrupted me with your pleas for help.
Yeah. Shut up! I'm trying to get you out. The pressure's not helping. All right, we have forced scrolling level, with no real logic to why we have to scroll.
It's just the way this canyon's laid
It's just
out.
one of those levels. But you know what? Like, geez, in Mario 3, there are some great forced scrolling levels. Where, I mean, the Bowser Armada ones kind of make sense that they're forced scrolling. And I love when they brought those back in Super Mario 3D World. Levels where you march in an isometric angle through a succession of fun vehicle things. Alright, I'm gonna be Blinky.
Oh wow, I love Blinky.
Blinky's great.
Blinky's just a robot, eh?
Yes, Blinky is an android. Oh wow, you can hold the fire button.
Oh, so Contra rules. Okay. I haven't had to
Ooh,
do that though.
got roasted. Oh no!
Oh, shoot.
Hey, Blinky floats down when he jumps.
Yeah, so he does. Nice.
That's fun because his power in the NES game is he charges up his jetpack and he can float up to places.
Yeah, everyone seems to have some little unique thing, but not necessarily.
I actually replayed the NES game a little recently
Yeah.
and was pleased to discover that it held up pretty well. The stages are like,
I like that it does give you the danger message, though.
yeah, like, we can see that things are coming.
Ah, come on!
There are parts like each level is divided into a bunch of different acts, and the acts include things like, are we supposed to be taking these ships out? Are these the same ships again and again?
I don't know.
Feels
You
like
can't
maybe.
shoot him. Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to be taking them out.
Interesting. One of them, the other two give up when you've killed one. Hey,
Extendo arm!
some punching.
Yeah, so Larry Hammer.
There you go, Hammer.
He also, like,
Please, oh Hammer, don't hurt him.
like, in addition to, like, creating basically all the G.I. Joe lore and making G.I. Joe a sort of household name, he also had a really long and influential run on Wolverine. Basically, he was the dude who wrote Wolverine the most in the 70s and 80s after Chris Claremont was like, man, I can't keep writing 500 comics. I'm going to have to let somebody else write the X-Men eventually. He did. Well, he wrote fucking every issue in G.I. Joe, but yeah, he, like, it is, if you've never read G.I. Joe Real American Hero, it is legitimately a good comic. It is not just a good, like, tie-in. It's really good. Like, it's oddly realistic in parts. It has a great character dynamic. He makes it work when...
Toadborg. I remember the Toadborg. You're in the talons of Toadborg. Alright, just keep.
And also he really manages to make the toy directive of like, hey, why don't you... shoot. Should have used all my bombs before I died.
Alright, my bombs. Take that, Toadborg.
Well,
I've got so many bombs.
Oh, we can't even select the human boy and
No,
and the
Willie's
brute.
not even a character.
Well, only her. Oh, she got me! Okay, you got power out of it.
This is a fun little game. It's weird.
It is.
Like,
It doesn't really feel like a beat 'em up.
it's not a beat 'em up. I don't know. It's adjacent enough,
it's
and
really
we're having enough
adjacent to
fun.
beat 'em ups,
So we
yeah.
might as well play it, and then at the end try to figure out if we consider it a beat 'em up. Like, you can do some
Damn it.
punching, and like it's clearly laid out in the style of a beat 'em up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
100%.
it's a gun-based variant on the beat 'em up. It's not this is not Contra, right?
Yeah.
Or it's not a Ikari Warriors. Even.
So our jumps and rate of fires are different. Alright. So does Bucky O'Hare and this cat lady have something going on?
I believe there's flirting between them.
Yeah.
I might just be remembering it that way. Hey, you're on your second person, but you only have 1/4 in something.
What?
No, they're forcing the slaves to
I'm
build
on my
the
third
too.
person.
Oh,
They've gone too far. No fly-sucking, slimy, croaking piece of sludge toad is taking over Planet Punk.
so that must be
Maybe
Bruiser.
here's what we gotta do, and we gotta do it fast.
Okay. Stage 3 climate converter. Whoa!
Okay, we have jumped out of the ship. This is
We're flying up.
I am well noted for my strong anti-slavery stance. Had a very satisfying battle against the slavers. Not last week, but the week before in Dark Sun. Because, listen, DEI, WLFS, the best viewers are right here at 58 Dream Street already. Not including you. I don't have time to ban you right now, so please never come back.
Ah, shoot.
Why don't these bots, like, wouldn't the scheme have a higher success rate if the bot followed you when it showed up? So that you were like, oh yeah, these people do have they got the goods.
Okay.
This is interesting.
It's neat.
Yeah. Oh no! Tried to get down through it.
Yeah, that's neat. I've
Yeah.
seen similar things in other, like, platformers, and that was pretty good. We have different rates of fire, and I think our bullets have different strength levels as well.
They must.
Because the female character, whose name I can't remember,
Jenny.
Jenny, she has the slowest rate of fire.
I do get offered the cheap ones too. And when they say that, I say, we don't do cheap viewers here. We only do the finest.
Were you getting dragged up for no reason?
Yes, there's definitely
Okay.
some drag going on. I don't know why. Alright, looks like it's time for me to be Deadeye.
Did I? Oh shit.
Whoa! Ah, well, that was a telegraphed attack that I really should have gotten out of the way of. I'm guessing specifically these rocks are the imperfectly emulated graphics it was mentioning at the start. Because they seem to be primitive 3D.
Oh, I got coins instead of a power. That's okay. Yeah, Blinky also has a slow rate of fire.
There's the guy we took in.
Nice. I'm on the ground now.
In
Climate converter, leave it to me.
Okay. Oh, okay. He's gonna fix it. I was like, you gonna fight this guy?
Total Terror 2.
Always hungry, always angry. Total Terror Toad. Crush you badly.
Yeah. Or like, they've gotten a lot better about it, but there was a period where a lot of anime, you throw on an anime, and there would just be awful CGI in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Not well integrated at all.
I was gonna say when you in old animation when there would clearly be something that the characters were gonna interact with, and so it would be like a very slightly different, a very slightly different color than the rest of the background.
So that's also a principle that can serve you well in video games.
Man, there is a great bit. I don't know what this cartoon is because I've only ever seen this clip, but there's a great bit in an old cartoon where they go like. There's two characters that are like standing near a cliff, and they're like, "Come on, let's go to the edge," because they're like chasing it. And they're like, "No, look!" And they see that like the edge is like animated slightly, animated slightly differently, and they were like, "Look, that's got its own. That means it's a cell being, which means animation will happen there. Will fall right through. It's like good catch, so they don't go out. But then it all falls, like the bit they're standing on, and as they're falling, oops,
Stop the climate converter.
great."
Saved us all, Willie.
It was nothing.
Bucky, I have a fix on the distress signal.
Good
She's
work.
a psychic,
Of
right?
course.
I can't.
Feel this signal coming from the asteroid belt.
Okay.
In the Nintendo game, she shoots from the gem on her forehead. She doesn't have
Nice.
a gun.
But anyway, as they're falling, one of them goes, "This was a really complicated animation,"
Nice.
which is just really good.
There's an asteroid belt level in the original. Not the original, in the NES Bucky O'Hare that I remember being pretty cool. They do a lot of different like gimmicks, like
When was the original Bucky O'Hare cartoon? Like, is this predating it? Is this based fully on the comic?
I think
Or
that
is
this
based
is
on the
like
cartoon as
alongside. I believe, but I'm not 100% sure that these are the voices from the cartoon.
Okay, back to Bucky. Oh, shoot. Okay, I like that it gives you a save.
Yeah,
This is well put together.
it's a really
I did.
interesting game.
Are we rating it as a beat 'em up though? Because only part
Yeah.
of it is a beat. I like these asteroids.
It honestly might be a discussion we have to come back to at the end of Phase 2. 'Cause, like we've talked at the end of Phase 1, like what is a beat 'em up? And talked about a bunch of different things.
I
think
love
that,
these asteroids.
I think that we should be a little more formalized in the sense that we've talked about the definition of a roguelike before. And what that roguelike conference in the early 2000s actually put out was a list of primary and secondary characteristics of roguelikes with the caveat that they are not all required and also the presence of them does not necessarily make a roguelike. And I think there's something to be done with that. Okay. Cool. I don't remember this guy. Something to be done with that with the beat 'em up, because like I feel like belt scrolling is a secondary beat 'em up characteristic because we've seen exactly one beat 'em up that had no belt scrolling whatsoever,
Yeah.
but that was incontrovertibly a beat 'em up. That China Gate by Technos.
Yes.
But can your main attack is a gun? Can that be supported by the genre? If
I don't know.
like the belt scrolling's here, the rough symmetry between us and our enemies is here. The we do punch when we get up close.
We do, yeah. Punching is not unheard of. I like this magic mouse. Who
Yeah.
does not look like a mouse. I don't know what's going on with that snout.
Well,
He
he's
looks-
magic.
He looks like a Fraggle. Ugh. Alright, good. This dude does remind me a lot of Ace Duck, which makes sense. 'Cause he is a duck.
He doesn't what?
Ace Duck. It's a
Ah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles character.
Ah.
He's a duck, but he wears a bomber jacket.
That's a good concept.
Yeah.
I can't remember if this was a thing he could do in the cartoon or in the comic, but in the video game, Deadeye Duck's feet can climb walls. That's his power.
Really? Not just having 4 arms? That's not good enough?
No. Also, his gun shoots is like a 3-way shot.
Yeah. Ah, no, he got me. Yeah, just spam it. Why not? We have 1 million.
We do have a lot.
Look how many I have. I think it's blowing up. We should maybe stop.
But yeah.
Nope, nope, it's not. Die!
I like that.
Cursed jet.
I do like that Deadeye is clearly slamming some kind of explosive on the ground,
Yeah.
but Jenny is just letting it go from her gen. Which does, I believe, like it definitely shoots lasers in the NES game, but I think that was also a thing.
In the cartoon.
She's a psionic.
Please, go to the planet Rat and save our tribes.
Most humble android, pleased to navigate, Captain O'Hare, but too late. What the Toads have done, I cannot bear to speak of it. Planet Rat must have been overthrown.
No, it's not too late. Rodent, the old mouse, is still alive somewhere on the planet Rat.
Okay.
All right, to Planet Rat to find Rodent. Ah.
You might want to watch out for those flames. Watch out for those flames.
Oh no.
Come on, he's
Now
back.
we're here to offer cheap viewers. It's a different person. But anyway, listen, we don't do cheap
Come
viewers
on.
here.
Like, they're not all run by the
Mintus.
same organization. I like Blinky. I don't know why.
Yeah, Blinky's fun.
He's a great design. Like in a cartoon primarily about animal people,
Yeah.
they really went out of their way.
Get good viewers cheap.
Yeah,
Next one.
they really went out of their way to design a really good, just a humanoid robot. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like they didn't just like slap some antennae on a clearly animal design and were like, yeah, this is
I
a
mean,
robot.
they're all excellent designs.
They're great
like,
designs.
Especially
yeah.
like they all have just like you could recognize them all just by their color palettes.
Yeah. Hey man, Larry Hama he's alive.
Yeah.
He remains a great comic book writer. Like, he's really good at forming a
I mean,
good,
maybe
like,
I gotta
cast.
read the Bucky O'Hare comic someday. I don't know.
Read it up.
I feel like I haven't been reading enough like real literature lately.
He's famous. I know his Wolverine is,
Oh, so we're not fighting this magic guy. We're just running from him.
his Wolverine is quite famous for being, like, he really introduced the concept of, like, cowboy poetry being Wolverine's, like, main thing. When his descriptions are, like, legendary and they're like, man, Wolverine's really waxing poetic as he stabs a bunch of these guys wearing a cowboy hat. Like, Chris Claremont's Wolverine was more about, had like 2 modes, which were in the Canadian outback, you know, worried about whether or not he is real, and badly being undercover in Magipul in his patch identity, but it is clearly just Wolverine in a white suit, but he's wearing an eye patch So everyone is supposed to believe he's someone else.
Ah. Well, everyone knows that Wolverine will just grow his eye back.
Yeah, that's true. That's why. Oh, this is just a platform. I thought it was something we should shoot too. Life, nice. Need it. Get to the end of this, dude. Yeah.
Oh, so you need the power up for it to be worth it to hold the button down. At
Yeah,
base gun, you get a much better rate of fire than mashing.
Yeah.
Like Contra. I'll take that.
Side. Ah. Do I just stick? Oh, do I just? I do, because I accidentally hit the button twice. Just stick him with Blinky. Is this the boss technically? Or?
Yeah. Every now and then, our boss is just a bunch of... That might have been the Toad Air Marshal, who's like the main Toad enemy.
Well, he was a mini boss anyway. The stage isn't over.
Yeah. Well, he ran away. We had to defeat him. Ah. To be fair, I deserved to get killed since I saw that ship getting up to take off and I could have got out of its way anyway. So maybe with my non-powered up gun. Oh yeah, Jenny doesn't even get a good rate of fire with the power up, although it is better.
Yeah, Jenny is a slow shot. His slow land is a double-edged sword.
I think Jenny doesn't automatically slow land, but can float if you hit jump again. I'm not sure if that works for all the characters. We can hit the gears back at them with melee attacks. Ooh, there I go.
Yeah, that is the Marshal.
There'll be another day for mashing, you perverts!
It's not today. And what are you talking about, furballs? We're an android and a duck man.
Racism doesn't really... It doesn't use logic, James.
The toads should understand at least about ducks.
I was in Cape Breton last week. That's why
Yes.
That's why I didn't do beat 'em up.
That's why we weren't here yet.
And man, I went on some great nature hikes.
Nice.
Went around the freshwater lake. But I went on a trail that is like technically part of this trail, but it did not. After a certain point, it did
everyone
not
can
feel
float.
like it.
Huh.
It did not. It did not feel like I was supposed to be on this trail. But it was beautiful. It was gorgeous.
What about the trail made it feel like you shouldn't be there?
It's a very simple, walkable sort of trail. It's like how to say it? It's not like a difficult hike, you know? It's like paved gravel for a lot of it. But there's a bit where you can sort of like, instead of doing the loop, you can go to a look-off. Okay. The bit I was on that led to this look-off was clearly not as well maintained as the rest of the trail. And I was like, it took me a second to find the entrance to the look-off, just because it was a bit overgrown. But it was great. It was beautiful. Oh wow. Are we just doing this?
We have so many bombs.
I feel like we could have spent a lot less coins if we just used our bombs more.
Yeah, the game is
We're not even munching coins. Like
awfully
9 and 8
generous
is not bad.
with bombs. There's a good variety of like what the bosses do. Especially since so many of the bosses are just a bunch of toads in a contraption or other.
Yeah. Okay, I finally got to the bit where it dips below the screen.
It is a horrifying thing.
It's a monster.
Cyber Spider.
And it won't die. I hope when he dies, his legs curl up. Like Spider do.
Oh.
Damn it.
Well, he's getting increasingly flashy.
Yeah, but he still won't die. Get out of here. Bomb also gives
That
you...
feels like it's it.
That's it. There we go. Don't fall. There we go.
You are welcome.
What?
Like, he means like we're welcome to come to
Okay.
his home.
Bucky O'Hare, we are much obliged. You have
Yes,
saved
thank
our
you.
planet
Thank you for
and our
acknowledging that.
tribes. Yes, Rodent. But there are many planets out there that have been polluted. There is only one way to restore the planets. Send back the planetary life force stored in the Toad Star to the surface of each. What's the planetary life force?
Banana oil. Them lousy toads just keep coming, Captain. What are we gonna do?
Stage 6. The mothership.
Okay, so he's a gorilla man. Does that make you remember him at all?
No. No, I'm totally baffled. He definitely did make the Awuga Carhoen sound.
And then he said banana oil.
As a curse word.
As a swear, yeah. What?
I don't know what this means. I don't understand why it said to bombard the enemies. Nonetheless, we are bombarding the enemies.
Ah, shoot. You telegraphed that and I still took it. Watch it. He's got lightning guns.
This is
This is a great speeder bike level.
I don't think we can.
We can jump.
Yeah, we can
Maybe we
jump,
could've.
but we don't get out of our own vehicles when we do jump.
Yeah, but maybe our vehicle would fit.
Oh yeah. Well, if we get another chance.
I don't think we will.
This is a very lively
Yeah.
visual, like, well, the whole game is
Almost.
visually lively, but like, ooh, down I go.
Me too. Simultaneous. Simultaneous.
Double down. All right.
Let's jump over this. I mean, it's all fire.
Yeah, but it's the fire that comes out of the fire that's really gonna worry me.
Yeah.
Because we have hover vehicles, so we're above the main lava.
Would you describe this as a shoot 'em up?
Like, sort of, except that like,
But it's very different from like Contra.
and like any shoot 'em up that I can think of,
Yeah. Okay, good.
it's a fascinating little game.
Yeah.
Actually, it feels like a big game. Like, it feels like they put a lot of work into this.
It does, yeah.
And for that matter, I can confirm, having checked it out, found out that it does hold up, that that's also how the NES game feels. Like, no wonder I went through my life, like, between that and the cartoon I remember liking for 13 episodes, and the awesome toys. Like, no wonder I thought this was a big deal.
Well, there's also a big. I really do think that people had this impression that Bucky O'Hare was going to be like the next big thing.
Yeah, well, they went wild with the toys. Like, the toys were great.
Yeah.
I remember the toys being high quality.
But like there was this idea of like, okay, hold on. No, you can't seem to jump into them.
No, but we can bump them and we don't take damage, but they do.
Okay.
So that, I think, is maybe
What it means
meant.
by bombard the enemy? Yeah, you're right. You can totally bump them without taking any damage. So, yeah, there was this idea in toy circles for a long time, and I think Bucky O'Hare, honestly,
Gotta actually jump now. Can't just hover over these things.
yeah, I think Bucky O'Hare was maybe one of the best examples of it. Certainly one of the better put together ones. But there really was an idea after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, and was just like an incredible hit and very fast.
Yeah.
Like, it came out and was just a huge hit right away. And it was not the first anthropomorphic comic, but it was just like, there was something about it that really set toy manufacturers and like cartoon makers of the 80s just aflame, where they were like, this is it. Like, anyone can do it. All
Yeah.
you need to do is give animals abs and and you're done. Like, you got it. Blinky. But like, obviously, there are so many failed examples where it's clear.
Well,
there's
part of what they
way
didn't
more
account
to it.
for is that, 35, 40 years later, the most popular anthropomorphic heroes would be the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Like, there wasn't actually a big space to be filled by new
No.
anthropomorphic heroes.
Yeah, they nailed it, and that was all anyone
But
needed.
also, like, by the 90s, they were just like, okay, there's got to be some way that we have a hit show and also a hit toy line. Like, what if the troll dolls were tough?
Yeah.
Stone protectors. What if crash test? What do the crash test dummies get up to?
Lunatics Unleashed. Oh, man.
Into the Toadstar.
Oh, this is all just build. Okay, we have to crash our. We have to crash our things.
Break the doors, yeah.
Break down the doors. Break it down.
This this exact thing that we're shooting here is there's one of those in Super Seed. Probably in Contra too.
God, these missiles are homing.
Yeah.
So it's maybe worth
If you
it to
can
take
hit them
out. Yeah,
front on, you throw them, but easy for them to get around you. Oh man, I felt like when I saw those two shots coming, I was like, I think I'm in between them, but I find it remarkable that I was.
There we
This
go.
guy knows his Z-axis.
Did you just do a jump attack?
Yeah, we've got the
Oh my
Ow.
god.
how though.
Down and attack button.
Okay, and it is the Ninja Turtles jump. Okay.
Yep, gotta be. Yeah, I will say this. We talked about Konami just being like, what license can we get? But these all play quite differently from each other.
Yeah.
So they were playing to their license. They weren't just oh shit.
Oh, it's the classic. Classic enemy, a wall that will just mash you. Huh. And then it breaks into 5 mini walls. I mean 9 mini walls, sorry.
God damn. Oh, you can take these out.
Yeah.
You can really take out a lot of things. You can avoid a lot of things or take it out. You kind of have a choice.
Oh man. Smash TV is such a great game. I would have to buy 2 more arcade sticks for us to play it, and it's not a beat 'em up. But holy smokes, what a great game. When Abra was a kitten,
Yeah.
she loved Robotron 2084 so much that
Really?
specifically that game, because I was on a classic arcade games kick at the time, and
Yeah,
whenever
it's a good thing you shook that.
Whenever I fired up Robotron and she heard the one noise it makes at the start, she would come running from anywhere in the apartment, hop up in my lap, put her paws up on the desk, and she was just enraptured by it. And specifically that game, like she didn't care. Like if I was playing like Hubert, she knew shit.
She was like, that's not the one. That doesn't make the noise.
Yeah, that game is impossible. It's probably too late. When she was like 6, I should have tested if she still remembered. I can't imagine she remembered it for 15 years.
Oh, the Toadborg is back.
Makes sense.
Fuck you, Toadborg. I like that he falls over instantly. He's like, oh shit, I wasn't planning for this.
Right now, what Abra likes to do. Yeah, I mean, like obviously cats, as a general matter, if there is a small object that they can isolate on screen visually, they like that. Right now, what Abra likes to do when I'm doing the fitness boxing, she gets on the ottoman in between me and the TV, and she'll watch me for a little bit, and then she just turns over and watches the trainer on the screen for a little bit,
Like,
and then back to me. I don't know if it's like, if she's like making the connection that, hey, they're doing the same thing. It seems possible. But yeah. Yes.
yeah,
She's like, huh.
doesn't look the same
They're
at all.
sort of doing the same thing, except this one's movements are much more regular. But she was looking at it during one of the teaching a new move portions as opposed to the actually doing a routine.
We do not carry our scores between resets, by the way.
No. And the camera does like a push-in cut
Yeah.
so that the trainer suddenly becomes bigger, and she was fascinated. Because it wasn't enough of a change to be like I assume that montage makes no sense to cats when they're watching something. But it was only the same character, same figure, doing the same thing in the same room, but suddenly like bigger and closer to the screen. She's like, whoa. How do you do that? I can't remember Astra ever showing even the slightest bit of interest in the screen.
Oh man, I didn't tell you the best part about my vacation, which is that Carrie-Ann's parents, who I was staying with, own a dog. And it's just so great to hang out with a big stupid dog. The dog's name is Duncan. The dog cannot turn around effectively, so he's very good at just backing up.
I see.
He was raised in a space where he would be in his like crate a lot, and so I think he just like never fully grasped. I don't like this. I don't like these
Toad clones.
Yeah. And so like when he needs to back up, he'll just like reverse.
We're not like breaking them out and fighting them. We're just literally destroying them before they can be born.
Yep. As it should be. I'm like 99% sure this dog does not know how to scratch itself. Because he's very needy. He loves just standing in front of you and being scratched. And will just do that for it. But I have never seen him scratch himself.
That's wild.
Not once.
Abra's not like that. She loves to be scratched and brushed, but she also scratches and brushes herself.
It feels very personal, actually.
Yeah, you're trying to enslave or exterminate us all. And everyone we love. I took that personally. We're both about to lose our lives.
Oh yeah, might as well.
Might as well just bomb on them. We don't pick up the bomb items that often.
Well, we get bombs just by playing.
Yeah, they just accumulate. Yeah, the Toad Air Marshal just... I don't think he even has like a name. Like he's like Air Marshal Toadinsky or something. About what? What did you warn us about?
That I'm flammable.
Yeah. I warned you, don't defeat us.
Gracious Captain Bucky O'Hare, sir. That's the planetary life source that Rodent, the old mouse, was talking about.
We've got to return the planetary life force to each planet.
Yeah, Bucky, me boy. All 20 of me fingers, it's itching to raise a bunch of lumps on a bunch of toad noggins.
What? Uh-oh.
That's true. That's canon.
That guy sounded a bit like Shredder. I gotta look up the voice cast for this. I bet Rob Paulson was in it. I'm just gonna throw that out there. This seems like his sort of jam where he would be involved. Okay.
Toad scientists.
Who just stand there menacingly and
They're observing. Well, I mean, maybe they do something. We don't want to find out.
No. Alright, bombs. Okay, we seem to be at the bottom.
I never thought you could be this clever, but let's see what you fireballs are made of once and for all.
Complex to go.
So are the toads secretly ruled by computers?
I don't remember.
Great read of that line there, Jim.
I think that I think it's probably like a super intelligence that they built, but maybe they serve it like the space pirates with Mother Brain.
Or like the Kree with the Supreme Intelligence
Yeah.
from Marvel Comics. He's not even on the screen. Where is he? This is a big boss area. This is the biggest one we've fought in yet.
Great lighting. It's not lighting. Hey, bag of magic food. I think that's probably true.
It might be true, but even then, there was a lot of crossover. I don't know. Have you seen? Have you taken a look at X-Men '97?
I haven't yet.
So, really good. I'll say that right off the bat.
Is Jubilee in it?
Jubilee is in it.
Great.
Jubilee is one of the few voice recasts. In this case, it's not because they couldn't get the original actress, but it's because they chose to have an actress who's actually of Asian descent. But they got a lot of the original voice cast back. Most notably, they got Rogue back. And I don't know if you know this about the actress who voiced Rogue in the original X-Men cartoon.
I probably don't.
After the cartoon, she went on to a long and successful career in Canadian politics. She was a representative for the NDP in Nova Scotia, and then represented us federally.
Who is she?
It's
not Megan Leslie.
No, it's not. But yeah, no, she was she had a successful career in Canadian politics. She represented Hants, East Hants riding, and yeah.
Wendy Lill? No.
I'm
trying to think of local political luminaries.
Well, she served both in the Nova Scotian and the federal house.
Oh, okay. No, I think Wendy Lill retired from the legislature because of MS or something sad like that.
But she came back. She came back for this, and this is the bit that really gets me about all these people who came back. The guy who was Cyclops, the woman who was Storm, this woman. They give them real material.
Yeah.
Like, they have serious, emotional, like, incredibly complex characterizations. Like, way more than the original cartoon, obviously. And they nail it! They fucking do great! It's great acting!
According to the creators that Cedric saw at a panel here, she was regularly approached by... so, probably might have been other like members of parliament. Not that I'm saying senators couldn't also, but our Senate is not like the U.S. Senate.
Our Senate is messed up.
I mean,
if you want to look it up,
let's not lose sight of the fact that the U.S. Senate is a messed up institution too.
It's messed up for different reasons. At least they are elected in.
No, our Senate is better in the sense that it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
The U.S. Senate is bad, especially because of the weird made-up rules. Like, you need 60 votes to advance legislation.
Yeah.
But also, every state just gets 2.
Yep.
Like states that have the population of Nova Scotia get the same representation as of states that are much, much larger in population than Canada.
Yep.
Ah,
Yeah. So the thing about
she didn't have enough political influence to get them to spell her name right back then.
The thing about our Senate is it is technically a rubber stamp, but also they have the ability and have used it to go rogue occasionally.
Yes.
Which is not
I like that's
great.
bad.
That's really bad.
Also, like, that's bad. Like, whenever someone with a otherwise formally ceremonial or by norm ceremonial position, there was a point where there was a conservative minority government, and then the Liberals and the NDP were going to form a coalition, which would have had majority support.
Mm-hmm.
And the Prime Minister at the time went to the Governor General and was like, just cancel Parliament until we can shut this down. And she was like, okay, yeah, whatever, sure. I don't want the Conservatives to lose control. It's like that. You are the Queen's representative.
Yes.
You should do nothing ever and have no effect on the progress of the country. You read the Queen's speech.
Yep.
And also, which is stupid anyway. I don't think we should have a queen. Ooh.
Okay.
This is it's a real production.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, this has some artistic merit. Oh, and then we're done. Yeah. Well, you have to remember, in long ago times, the spelling of things was not standardized.
And be caring about the voice cast of your cartoon that exists to sell Big Bad Beetleborgs toys was probably also not a thing.
Okay.
I remember reading that being a thing, with the He-Man series. It seems like a lot of real names, so I think this was
It's transitional.
there was a choice made by
Yeah.
some of these people. They were like, no. I keep to the old ways. Gotta thank the Gentiles.
Are they gonna thank Larry Hama? Creator of Bucky O'Hare?
We'll see.
Lots of thanks. A lot of people got a hand on this ball. Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
No thanks. No credit. Doesn't matter. You know what? I bet he got paid.
You know what? If we're rating
Yeah,
this...
that specifically Drunker Yokiki was definitely not real. Oh, and now we're just back to the track screen intro.
I will say this. If we are judging that, not on the merits of whether or not to beat 'em up, but just how fun of a game it was, I
Yeah.
put that in the mid-boss tier.
I would put that in mid-boss.
That was really good.
So let's put it in mid-boss right now
Yeah.
and revisit the question of whether it can be considered a beat 'em up when we have the grand full perspective of everything through 1993.
I think if we make...
Oh, hey, we get to keep playing.
Oh, classic.
I don't think we should. I think we
No,
should stop.
We should stop, and I should go home. But first...
Oh, we never even... Hold on. Let's
Let's
even
add
put
these things to the
arcade
list.
flyer up. Hold on.
Oh, did we not?
No.
Bucky O'Hare, there it is.
There's nothing that special.
It's a good arcade flyer. It's a good image.
This kit is a blast.
This kit is a blast.
Let's see. 2, 3, or 4 player kit based on dip switch, buy-in, and continuation. That really... We've seen that now in more than one arcade flyer. It's 1992. There are 2 beat 'em ups that I can think of.
That didn't have
It's
buy-in.
that Sega one, and then it's just Renegade.
Yep.
That didn't have continues and buy-in. But I guess just you want to say something. It had a horizontal monitor, I guess. Widescreen monitor. Cool. That was neat. Yeah, put them both in the mid-boss.
Yeah. Really good.
Because they were both on gameplay alone, they were really good, but maybe just really good mid.
Yeah.
But then as productions,
Yes, they put a lot of work.
like, it's a fun. It's fun. All right, want to take the box off screen, and I'm not going to go through the rigmarole to add them, but we will remove them here, and we'll figure out what we're doing next time. And with them deleted, I'll just scroll down and check it out here. We have 54 games to go.
Okay.
So we're nearing not just the midpoint of the overall project, which we passed back in the 60s, but we're nearing the midpoint of phase 2, because we had, I think, 99 at the start. Oh, I have bad news, Greg.
What?
We gotta play Sega Master System Double Dragon, which is definitely a distinct game. I checked it out. I checked out like 5 seconds of it.
That's fine. It's
definitely, in some ways, like, I believe it'll have 2 players simultaneous.
Okay.
And it had like more. It had some things going on that the NES one didn't. While also during I played it for like 2 minutes and I was like, ah, fuck, we gotta do this.
Yeah, shocking that the NES Double Dragon was single player.
But I played them. I played a little bit and did not feel like it was actually better.
Okay.
Even though it had things that you wish were in the NES one.
Okay.
Okay. So I still don't have Motorhead working, but I'll try to get that. I have plenty of time before we're through 1992. So
yeah, we still have a few more games.
Yeah, and we're still putting off these things, and I don't want to rearrange this live on the air because I'm not sure what'll happen. But Generals of the Yang family is deferred till 1993.
Yep.
So let's see. Can we make a theme?
Let's see. Well, good. Undercover Cops.
Wizard
Mutation
Fire
Nation. That's a great name.
From
SNK.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
King of Monsters 2. Sonic Blast Man. I
don't know.
I don't know. I can't see one. Oh, we could do another tie-in. Toxic Crusaders and is Toxic Crusaders based on Toxic Crusaders? Is that a tie-in? We could do another tie-in week if we do Hook and Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah.
If it's a tie-in.
It definitely is. Okay. We'll just round out the licensed games because Legionnaire, unfortunately, is not based on the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Didn't even exist at that time. So the 2 Toxic Crusaders on console, at least one of which I'm very confident sucks.
Good.
And Hook, which I'm fascinated to see.
Yeah.
Really interested to see what.
Fascinated by the history of this particular video game.
And then we might have to put a little work in if we're going to keep the themed episodes going.
Yeah.
We'll have to actually research these things. I mean, we could do Brawl Brothers and Rival Turf because they're part of a series. That's hardly a theme, but.
Well, it might be nice to see.
Oh, Jalico. How Did You Get Here from 64th Street, a detective story. A remarkably fun game. But yeah. And then a bunch of games in 1993.
And then
I think if we do go on to 1994, there's a bunch of games, and then it starts to peter out.
Well, I mean, most notably is it 1994 or 95 when Streets of Rage 3 came out?
I think that's 94.
Okay, yeah.
And then, like, after that, like, notable beat-em-ups, like, okay, what will be notable, at least to us, is the other Kunio-kun game.
Yes.
Which is actually commercially available in the West via localization as River City Girls 0.
Yes.
Because it doesn't just star the girlfriends, but it does go back and forth between playing as Ricky and Kunio and their girlfriends.
And also just as shocking that the American studio that made River City Girls based a lot of the plot on a previously unreleased Kunio-kun game.
Yeah.
And then eventually released it themselves.
Yep.
So that's some fandom.
And then beyond that, like, notable beat-em-ups, there's like until the Castle Crashers revival,
yeah.
there's Guardian Heroes, which is a big one.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's good, but Freedom Force.
Yes, Freedom Force
is notable for being, 3D beat 'em up on PlayStation.
Yeah. Was that also released for computer?
I don't know, but it is being re-released for contemporary consoles, so that'll be just in time by the time we get to it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So another couple in the mid-boss tier, which is cool.
Yep.
We'll go into Hook and Toxic Crusaders for a looser licensed game theme, and then we'll have to work on it.
You might be thinking of the superhero game Freedom Force.
Maybe the game that I'm thinking of is called Fighting Force or Freedom Fighters, or I don't know.
There's a
Definitely
superhero
different
game, famously. It's like a... It's a bit of an RPG. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cedric. It's a bit of an RPG, isn't it? That's a computer game. Yes, squad-based superhero, real-time strategy, yes.
Interesting. That sounds like fun. Yeah. That is a thing that they did. And, fair enough, but, yeah. I loved those games, those Kunio-kun games, in my, first... I loved some of them, like Super Dodgeball. I never played River City Ransom until my emulation phase in junior high school. In 1997.
We all go through an emulation phase in junior high school.
Yeah. But what I always did love was Super Dodgeball. And I was intrigued by, although I hadn't played Crash and the Boys, because I read about it in Nintendo Power Magazine. But then later finding out, oh, wow. Oh, yeah, and I played Nintendo World Cup Soccer, which is what they called Kunio Soccer. Mm-hmm. When I later found out, oh, wow, there's 2 track and field games. There's the historical period piece, beat 'em up. They did basketball. They did hockey.
They did a lot.
I love them. And I've still never played the baseball one for Super Famicom, which maybe we'll pop on for a few minutes next time we're doing one in Phase 3 down the line. But yeah, what's coming up here? Well, check it out. Tomorrow, on Wednesday, probably not going to beat Wizardry Gaiden 4, Throb of the Demon's Heart, but got to see what I can do. I'm getting there. A lot depends on... So... all of the first 3 dungeons were 6-level dungeons.
Right.
Now in the Ancient Cave, the first 4 floors are the first 4 floors of Wizardry Proving Ground of the Mad Overlord, like the original Wizardry. I am this close to finishing them, because not only had I almost done everything, but I thought a lot about it, and I remembered where you get the blue ribbon that lets you use the special elevator and carry on down. So then the question becomes, if it's all just Wizardry 1, then floors 5 through 9 are actually not even necessary in Wizardry 1, and we already have max level characters basically. So I'll just pop down to level 9, drop to level 10. But I don't think that's what it's going to be. I think it's either going to be beyond those 4 floors. There are 2 more floors that are really hard to make it a 6-level dungeon like the other ones, or there are 6 more floors as their own isolated dungeon that are hard. I don't think it's just going to entirely be Wizardry 1. But who knows? I don't know. I guess we'll find out together. And then, Thursday, well, things have got mixed around a little because I had forgotten that we had to do Friday Night Frosthaven on Thursday.
Friday Night Frosthaven on Thursday!
On Thursday. So Thursday afternoon, we're back in the Serpent Isle in Ultima 7 Part 2. Serpent Isle. Where if they had kept that naming scheme for the whole series, Ultima 4 Britannia, Ultima 5 Britannia, Ultima 6 Britannia, Ultima 7 Part 1 Britannia, it would have really sucked. So play more of that in the afternoon, and then in the evening, Friday Night Frosthaven on Thursday. Friday I might do something in the daytime, maybe some more Ultima, maybe finish off Wizardry.
I mean, you got a free day.
And then, with the evening free from Friday Night Frosthaven, Danielle and I will be here debuting at long last. Hey babe, can we play this game?
Amazing!
We're going to play the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Then on Saturday, Dark Sun Shattered Lands. Unless I have missed a big part of the world map, we're this close.
Real close.
Nice. If not this Saturday, the next Saturday. Because I was finally going to go west, and when I went the one western route, and I thought it would open up to just another generic like general desert screen with a few different exits. It instead opened up to a village, which was the one village I had a clue for and was looking for. And then they were like, the bandits in the castle at the top of the mountain harass us. And then the dwarf in that town helped us get into the caves. I basically completed at least part 1 of the caves by helping make peace between the dark spiders and the mountain folk. And I know where the castle is. And then if there aren't any other things in the world map, then this village will join us after we do the castle. And then there won't be any villages left to join us. And I assume then some kind of end game happens. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
If not this Saturday, the Saturday after.
Defeat the Dragon King.
I'm putting my marker down. No more than 2 more sessions of that game. On Sunday, didn't get to it last Sunday, but this Sunday, we'll keep the Haunted Mansion theme going with Sweet Home, Capcom's precursor to Resident Evil, which is a Famicom adventure RPG that was made in, simultaneously with a not at all acclaimed Japanese horror film called Sweet Home, which was directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, but not, it was a Kiyoshi Kurosawa who had not found his voice and established himself as a major horror director. But anyway, we're going to play the game. I've played a tiny little bit of it here and there in my life without ever getting very far, but it's neat. I'm looking forward to checking it out with you folks. Next week, I only have 2 more days of vacation next week, Monday and Tuesday. But if Wizardry Gaiden 4 isn't done this week, I'll be pounding through it on those days. And before you know it, it'll be Tuesday again. We'll be right back here. And you know what we'll be doing? We'll be beating them up. Take us home, Greg.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Please follow us down below or subscribe. James is offering 30 days of conditional love. Okay.
Conditional on you subscribing.
You usually jump in with
yes,
that.
I know that. There are no other conditions.
And remember, until next time, violence is never the answer, except in video games. Bye-bye.
Ta-ta!